Namaste to my friend, and today on this session we are continuing the topic force. And last class we have stated the Newton's universal law of gravitation. I think you all have read and memorized it, and again I want to state the statement once again. According to Newton's universal law of gravitation, every body or every object attracts every another body in the universe with the force which is directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of distance between their centers. So now by applying this Newton's universal law of gravitation, today we are going to derive the relation, that is gravitational force is equal to capital G m1 m2 divided by d square, and these all have the usual meaning. And this capital F is gravitational force, m1 and m2 are the masses of two bodies, and d is the distance between them. And we introduce this capital G later while we are proving. So for proving this relation, first we draw two bodies, let be A and B, let their masses be m1 and m2, and let the distance between their center be d. Now first of all, for proof, now we describes the figure first. Here let A and B be two bodies with masses m1 and m2 respectively, and are separated at distance d from their center. Okay, you can use any types of language that easily we can firstly describe the what we have drawn, and let F be the gravitational force between them. Okay, we describe the figure what we say in our one way we can describe. The language should not be same thing. It is not compulsory to have a same thing. As you can describe simply, you can describe about the figure. Now we apply the Newton's universal law of gravitation. Here we have stated the two major things that we have stated, that directly proportional to the product of their masses and inversely proportional to the square of distance between their center. Now from Newton's law of gravitation, okay, now we separate into two parts, that is gravitational force is directly proportional to product of their masses, and their masses is m1 m2, and let's make it as equation number 1. Here what we have kept constant, the d is constant. So keeping distance constant. And next part, again the gravitational force is inversely proportional to the square of distance between their center. That is equation number 2. Here what we kept constant, keeping masses constant. So these are the two mathematical form that the Newton's universal law of gravitation state. That is, force is directly proportional to the product of masses. Here we kept the masses, substitute the value m1 and m2, and inversely proportional to the square of distance between their centers, and the center we kept the distance d. So these two equations we have in this state. Now we combine equation 1 and 2. Now figure is not necessary. Now combining equation 1 and 2, we get F is directly proportional to the product of masses and inversely proportional to the square of distance between their centers. But we have to develop this, we have to omit this proportionality sign, and to bring it into the equation we have to take a constant. So now we replace this proportionality sign to the equation form. So for that purpose we introduce the constant, that is capital G m1 dot m2 divided by d square. So this G we call as the proportionality constant, where G is proportionality constant. Called universal gravitational constant, and its value is 6.67 into 10 raised to power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. Okay, once again, this capital G introduce here this capital G, the proportionality constant, to omit this proportionality sign, and this capital G has got a name. We named it as a universal gravitational constant, and its value is 6.67 into 10 raised to power Newton meter square per kg square. Okay, memorize this value. Don't forget. I think it is mostly used while solving the numericals also, and we have to memorize. Sometimes the values may ask for 1 marks question. Similarly, what is it is called, how it is defined. So we are able to define it, and we should memorize these values. Okay, once again, the value is 6.67 into 10 raised to power minus 11, and the unit is Newton meter square per kg square. So while writing this value, you should also write its SI unit. Okay, from this relation we have, this relation is what our aim to derive. Okay, we have derived this relation. Okay, now how we define this capital G? We have named it as the universal gravitational constant, and we also write the values, and this values was developed by the scientist Henry Cavendish by using very sensitive balance, and that balance we call a torsion balance. Okay, now how to define this capital Z? I think you can derive this up to this relation. Now we define capital Z. So for defining this capital Z, let's suppose okay, now if m1 is equal to m2 is equal to 1 kg or unit mass, and if the distance between them is 1 meter unit distance, then what we get? Then we get F is equal to G. So at these conditions, now F means gravitational force. And when this capital G will be equal to the gravitational force? If the two bodies have unit masses and the distance between their center is 1 meter. So now we can define capital G as the gravitational force between two unit masses. Remember, unit masses mean 1 kg. Unit masses when they are separated by unit distance or 1 meter. Unit distance between their center. So this gravitational constant capital G will be equal to the gravitational force if these conditions are given. So we can say capital G as the gravitational force, but you have to remember that at that when will be it becomes the gravitational force? When the two bodies having unit masses are separated by unit distance. Okay, remember these definitions also, and remember this value along with this unit. Okay, you have to mention the unit also while writing the values of capital G, that is universal gravitational constants. So if you forget this unit, then you can derive from this relation. This is just option, but better to memorize it. So if you forget the unit of capital G, then take the relation m1 m2 divided by d square and solve for G. G is equal to F times d square divided by m1 times m2. Okay, now remember the SI unit of force. I think you all know that the SI unit of force is Newton, and distance is measured in meter. Its SI unit is meter, and when it is square, then it becomes meter square. Again, the SI unit of mass is kg, and next is kg. So it becomes Newton meter square per kg square. Okay, like this way also you can know the unit, but I think you will memorize this value along with the unit. Okay, this is the relation that we have derived. Now, using this relation, we are asked to solve the certain problems. Sometimes we are asked to find the gravitational force or the distance between them. And one example I am doing here, how to solve the problem, numerical problem. Okay, one question is the numerical now. What is the force force of attraction between two bodies is of mass 1000 gram separated by 1500 kilometer distance. Okay, now for solving this problem, here we are given the two masses. These are equal masses. This is also 1000 gram. This is also 1000 gram. This is M1, M2, and distance between them is 1500 kilometer. Okay, while solving the numerical, we have to memorize that we have to convert all this unit into the SI unit. Here mass is also is not in SI unit, distance is also not in SI unit. So first of all, our duty is we should convert all these given values into the SI unit. Here the mass of first body, let's suppose M1 is equal to 1000 gram, and to convert this gram into kg, we have to divide it by the 1000, so it becomes 1 kg. Similarly, mass of second body M2 is also 1000 gram, because both have the same mass 1000 gram, so it is M2 also 1 kg, and distance between them, so distance D is 1500 kilometer. So kilometer is greater is 1 kilometer is equal to the 1000 times the meter. So to convert this kilometer into the meter, we have to multiply it by 1000. So it will be 1000. Here you can also introduce the scientific notation. It becomes 1.5 into 10 raised to power 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 meter. And the value of G is not given here. So in our question, it is not compulsory to give the values of capital G. So you have to memorize it. So the value of G is so universal gravitational constant. Okay, you can write G. Capital G is equal to, what is the value? 6.67 into 10 raised to power minus 11 Newton meter square or kg square. Okay, now we know the formula. Now let's use the formula. So we have F is equal to gravitational force. F is equal to G M1 M2 divided by D square. Now while solving the numerical problem, it is not necessary to write the units, because we already have converted this unit into the SI system. So now substitute the value. Value of capital G is 6.67 into 10 raised to power minus 11, and M1 is 1 and M2 is also 1. The value of D is 1.5 into 10 raised to power 6 and again whole square. We don't write unit here, it will be inconvenient while writing the units while solving the numerical. So first enlist the given and at given part convert the unit into the SI unit if they are not in SI unit. Okay, now you can use the calculator, and using calculator you can find the value, and finally the force unit is Newton, so mention the unit Newton, and therefore write the conclusion: the force of attraction between two body is, write the conclusion with unit. Okay, now while you are solving these types of problem while using the calculators, you may find the difficulties while inserting these powers. So to write this negative raised to power in the scientific calculator mode, you can see the exp exponential point part at down. Okay, I am just giving some hints while using the calculator. So you can introduce in a calculator 6.67 and press this exp, and in on screen you can get this e, that means 10 raised to 10 into 10 it means. Okay, not necessary write 10, it means 10 itself, you have to remember. Okay, and you have to write this negative and don't use the negative sign, this plus divide minus, this sign we should not use here, negative signs. For negative signs, I think in calculator at upper part you can see the random written, and on this left side there is the BS, and on this side you can see the small this key. Now press this key and write the negative sign. You can see this negative sign on your screen, and now write 11 and write multiply 1 into 1 and write the, now use the divide sign, and you have to remember while dividing with this power you have to use the bracket sign. So insert bracket sign and write 1.5 into, now again we have to write 10. So it is option, either you can write into sign or e, it will no problem, so you can write only e. Now you have to keep the raise the power 6. Now insert the button 6. Now close the bracket. Now then square and press the equal to sign. I think you will get the value. Okay, I am just giving simple idea for using the calculator. I think you know better than me. You can use the scientific calculator properly. So, but while solving the numerical, don't write unit. It will be inconvenient. Finally, write the unit of that numerical, that what we are asked. If you are asked force, then write the unit Newton. If you are asked distance, then meter. If you are asked the mass, then write kg. Or sometimes even we are asked this capital G also, at the times write its proper unit. Okay, this much for today, and I have given some assignment for you and some two numericals and the relation we have to derive. Now I am pasting here. Okay, for home assignment, the 1 and 2 number is numerical. That in their part, the two masses are given of Earth and satellite. They both are in SI unit. They are in the SI unit, so you can enlist. It is not necessary to convert the unit. and down the distance between them is 15 kilometer, and kilometer is not SI unit, so you have to convert kilometer into the SI unit, that is meter. And down part the 2 mark, and here is not given the values of capital G. Okay, you have to remember and you have to write the values of capital G. I think you all have memorized. Down part is also similar. You have to convert the mass into the kg in SI unit. And next one is one derive the relation. Okay, practice this relation to derive. And here F, there is the usual meaning. F means gravitational force. M1, M2 are masses. D is the distance between their centers. And fourth one is define capital G. That means universal gravitational constant, and write its value. Okay, you can practice these 4 problems, and you can practice at your home, and you can send to our Brightstar page. Also you can message. Okay, I hope you will try and enjoy this problem, and please stay home. Okay, this much for today. Thank you.